Search everywhere.
Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I kind of felt a little dumb for that whole intro, but I wanted to spice things up a little bit, and if you guys did enjoy that, if you guys want more, definitely go down in the comments below and just give me a little bit of a comment saying that you want more videos like that. And while you're down there, you can also subscribe because it's free, and turn post notifications on so you can watch more of my videos like that. So anyways, we are up early working on this thing. So it's the Matrix unfortunately overheated and it started leaking. So we have to go ahead and fix that, which we have the parts right here. So before we dive into today's video, I want to open up a Zoa that Uncle Dwayne Rock Johnson has so graciously made these. Like I said in previous videos, I can't drink energy drinks. However, with Zoas, I can. They're like the exception because they are made differently than most energy drinks and they don't make me crash as hard. But I ran out of Boss coffees, unfortunately. So get into a Zoa, and this is the green apple. I prefer the other flavors, but honestly the green apple is just as good, and it kind of tastes like you just biting into an apple, which I'd like to do right now. So also comment down below if my voice has changed, because I feel like it has. I don't know whether it's like due to the weather of me getting like not sick, but like my body's getting sick, or if I'm just gonna keep this like tone of voice for the rest of my life. So comment down below if my voice has changed at all. So let's get into it. So just to catch you guys up before I go into even deeper into this, air hose got taken off, and then I took these off the throttle body, which I don't think I had to. 3 bolts right here in the air cleaner, so take those off. I am going to be doing a cold air intake, and so when I do the cold air intake video, that's when I'll go in depth on how to take the air cleaner out. What I'm slowly figuring out is there's a coolant pipe here, this is the heater core, this is the other heater core line right here. So I got everything very loosely put back together. Yep, there we go. There's the leak right there, that little green dot. I already called the parts store and got another upper radiator hose going. I don't know if that's the only thing that's leaking, unfortunately. I'm not entirely sure 100%, but I'm gonna go ahead and replace that. And for me, like, yes, you do while you're in there, don't get me wrong. However, if something ain't broke, you don't fix it. I'm only gonna replace the upper radiator hose, and then if that fixes the problem, then obviously I'm not going to put the heater hose in because that's not the issue. So the key thing to being able to do things DIY but on a budget is to only replace the things you need to replace. And sometimes that comes back to bite you in the ass. All right, so we got the right hose for that. We also went and got, well, looks green enough, so looks like the right stuff that came out on the ground. So we're gonna get that all mixed up as well. Let's go ahead and get this installed. All right, got the new hose on, and oh, well, now it's starting to go. Nice, thermostat must have opened up. Get this dialed in. Temp is staying steady. I do have the AC blasting, a little load on the car, so yeah. I'm also giving a chance for the thermostat to open up so that the coolant can cycle through, just so that the added pressure of the coolant pushing through the thermostat will add more load onto the coolant system, just to make sure, because if it's gonna overheat, I want it to overheat here at the house and not obviously while we're driving. And I don't really see any leaks on the ground. Call out a job well done. I am hungry and tired, and this kicked my ass, but I'm glad that it was just an upper coolant hose. Usually what happens is, for me, I think of worst case scenario so I get everything I need. So half the parts I didn't even need and I took back, which I think from now on I'm going to start by taking the car apart and then go get parts instead of rushing to get parts and then taking half of it back, because, you know, it just adds more stress and I don't need any of that because I have enough of that as it is. All right, so we got most of the, well, all of the time consuming things done, and man, my voice just sounds like it's going every single day now. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going to take this bad boy over here, which has some flat tires, and we're going to pump them up. Hopefully we're gonna mow the lawn. So that is the plan. As promised, we are at the park. Let's go. First try on the Switch horse sled. All right. Couple people here that don't feel comfortable leaving the camera out because I feel like they're gonna hit you guys. So I got a few more clips with the park starting to fill up a little bit. So hey, I got a clip. Thanks guys, you guys did help me out with that. We got to take a trip to the parts store because well, I bought this hose from Rock Auto and it is way too short for the car, unfortunately. So I went to my parts bin and tried to get a hose that was longer than that, and this one's too short too. So we're gonna have to go to the parts store to get this hose because we also have some other things we have to install on the Matrix today that will get everything very nice and, well, drivable. But if you can hear the rattling right now, that's the transmission mount, and the transmission mount is going off because the bushing's done. So we have that in the back, and then we have another evap thing in the back that I have to install as well. So consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and leaving a comment down below on what you guys think of these video styles I'm going, because I'm liking it so far. So we just arrived at my favorite auto parts store, so I'm gonna go ahead and get these parts real quick, and then we're gonna head back to the house because we have to install these parts and get all the things done. Also, I'm sure you guys aren't aware of this, but I've been sick for the past 3-4 days, and today's finally the day that I feel decent, and well, let's hope that continues because I hate feeling sick. It's the worst thing in the world. And I didn't feel sick enough to go to the doctors, but I felt sick enough that I couldn't get out of bed for the last 3 days. So yeah, let's get this, let's get these parts going real quick. Alright, so quick talk about something that I feel like is so stupid, but so I got this Continental part because it said that it was the coolant hose from the throttle body to the block, which is what I need. This $7 shipped, and that's regular shipping, like a week shipping. Going down to your local auto parts store, this is 1.5 feet of fuel hose, which fuel hose is probably just as good, if not better, than coolant hose. Inside this is nylon, which, funny enough, this is fuel hose too, because it's nylon as well. This right here, $3.30 for 1.5 feet. $3.30, and you don't have to pay shipping, and you get it right then and there, and you can get as long as you want, so that you can cut it to whatever size you need it to be. Moral of the story, do not buy coolant hoses or vacuum hoses online. Just go to your local auto parts store and buy them in bulk, or buy them to length, whatever you want to call it, because 1/4 inch is vacuum, 3/8 is coolant fuel, and 1/2 inch is also vacuum. It's just a lot bigger of a size. So definitely do that, because that will save you a lot of money and time in the future. And that way you can even go out and get like, you can probably go on Amazon and get like 50 feet of it if you needed that much. But for the small quantities of coolant hoses and fuel hoses, just go to your local auto parts store and get it, because it's going to be there when you need it, and you won't have to keep filling your car up with coolant every single time your coolant hose decides to leak coolant everywhere in your engine bay. So yeah, quick tip before we get back to the house and start really diving into this thing, because it ain't gonna be a fun day, but we're gonna get it done either way. So yeah, let's get back to it. All right, we are back at the house, and I needed to make sure that coolant gauge is all the way down, so we are not going to burn ourselves when we do this. Let's get started. Yeah. All right, so we're at the point now where we're gonna put this transmission mount in. So let us replace that with that. So fun fact, to take this bolt out, you have to take the battery bracket out too, which consists of 4 bolts, which isn't the most dumb design, but the thing that I can't understand is that, like, okay, you have all this room in the back to take it out, right? And you could easily put a nut right there, but for some reason they decided to put it like that. So I might be wrong when I do this, but when I'm putting it back, I'm gonna put it back this way, because it has only, okay, that much, it has that much to go off of. So, oh yeah, we'll have plenty of room. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this bolt around once we get thing out. But oh, someone self-tapped that too? What the hell? That self-tapper right there. And there's another one right there. The previous owner of this car is irritating me so much, because I hate self-tappers with a passion. Sweet. And then that just pops out like that, which, yep, we're cooking it like that. We're cooking it like that, because there is no reason for this bolt that can come out so smoothly like this to be in front like that. Like, I get it, I understand, like, it makes sense to me, but it really doesn't. We're gonna go ahead and install that back here like this. All right, got the new one in, and it feels sturdy. Hopefully when I turn the car on, the vibration will be gone, and if it's not gone, then it's something else, but at least we went ahead and replaced this. Moment of truth. Let's see if this thing shakes as hard as I think it's going to. Oh, that is night and day already. I can feel the difference. I kind of want it in the dirt, but I also kind of want it on the pavement, so that if it leaks any more coolant, we can see it. That mount made all the difference. Oh my God, I'm excited. I'm so excited right now. Woo, let's go. Alrighty. The one thing about cars that I really, it's not that I can't stand it, it's more of like it irritates me a little bit, is that literally you fix one thing and then everything else associated with that one thing decides to go out too. So like, for example, if you go ahead and change one of your coolant lines, your upper radiator hose, everything else in that system that was not sealed is going to start leaking. And it's the stupidest thing in the world, because obviously the car is going to go to the path of least resistance. That holds pretty nicely, I'm not gonna lie. That holds really nice. All right, let's try try to creep this forward. Alrighty, that feels night and day. Holy, wow. Yeah, that transmission mode is 100% going out. Okay, let's let the car warm up a little bit more. What is going on? So it is the next day, and I decided that it's like, what? It's like 8 a.m. It's kind of cold outside, so it's 53 degrees right now. And there's a lot of things that made this decision happen. The biggest reason is because, well, it's too cold to let the dogs out right now. I woke up without energy because my roommate woke me up. We were trying to go to the DMV yesterday. We didn't make it because of a 4-pile accident, which I'm hoping everyone's okay that was involved in the accident. However, because that happened, he had to go to the DMV earlier today to try to do what he was supposed to yesterday. Because he had to leave early, his dog doesn't like being alone. So his dog is whining, and the problem with that is that makes all the other dogs in the house. We have 3 dogs at the house right now. I'm personally babysitting one of my buddy's dogs that is out in Oregon drifting for Club Rowdy, which I wish I could be there, but my drift car's not there. Which, yeah, I know you guys can hold the comments of when's that SC gonna be built for later, because it's coming. It's 100% coming. I need to get this car done before that car. But anyways, all of that being said, it's making his dog whining is making my dog whine, and I'm like, I can't take them outside yet because it's too cold. So because of all that, I decided, hey, instead of me taking them outside, let me just go outside. So we're gonna take a drive in the car since everything's been fixed in the Matrix, so to speak. This is like the Grand Voyage. It's colder and it's a weekend. Let's go out and let's get some skating clips. And then at the same time, I was like, you know what? If we're gonna go out and skate, there's a basketball court right next to it. Let's go out and shoot some hoops to warm myself up, as well as then after I'm warm, then go skate, because I hate skating cold. It's not fun. I also brought one of these Doas, which I have to remember to eat something, because if I don't eat something after I drink one of these, like later on in the day, my body just kind of freaks out. What are we up to now? For those of you that don't know, I love basketball a lot. And so I decided, why not stretch the legs out before we skate, because we're definitely skating today before the sun comes out too much. Arm is hurting. I haven't tried a basketball in a long time, so we are now going to change into the skate stuff. So we're gonna take the shoes off real quick, put the other shoes on, and go from there. Let's bring this, bring that, bring this, and we are good to go. Used to skating without a hat on. That was brutal. Let's get back to the house. Not talking story. see you guys back at the house. Let's go. Okay, so we are in the shed and got the tires right here. They are a 225 45 18. This is the inside because it has more traction, and then this is the outside, so it's going to grip better. At least that's what I'm hoping for. So it's a Recirculated PHI, and these are going to be going on to some wheels that we got. If you're a long time subscriber, you probably already know what wheels I have because I ran them on the OG wheels that I ran on the SC. So if you guys remember the big brake kit video that I posted, which I'll put it up right here. The wheels that I'm going to put on this car are the wheels that I had on the OG SC setup when I did the big brake kit. So yeah, go ahead and check that video out if you guys want to. So I already got this car aligned. The only thing is that it got aligned. It drives very straight. It just has a little bit of a drag to the left, and instead of going back to the alignment shop and getting them to align it again, which could help, I think it's just the tires wore a certain way as it wasn't aligned. So as the tires wear in a certain way when the car's not aligned, it's going to pull to one side. So we're going to experiment. We're going to take the back wheels and we're going to put them in the front. What the tire rotation is going to do is going to do two things. It's going to, one, kind of help me figure out if my alignment is still bad in the car, because if it still pulls with the back tires, which these things are pretty much brand new, then that's when we have an issue, and that's when I'll take it back to the shop that did the alignment and get them to hopefully do another one. I don't know if they would do it free of charge or if I'd have to purchase another alignment. Again, I'm sure they would understand the situation. And two, well, I still need to use these tires until next weekend, because next weekend is going to be when I get to mount and balance the tires or the wheels that I have. I just want to make sure that they fit, because they're not balanced right now. I don't believe they could be, but I'd rather just balance them again, because I don't know. There's been a lot of things that's happened to those wheels, so I'd rather just be more safe than sorry. On this car, I did post on my story, but by the time these videos come out, my Instagram story is long gone. But to give you guys an insight on what I want to do with this car is 4 things, and then I'm done with this car with the performance modifications. That is, 1, I want to do an intake, cold air intake. 2, I want to do an exhaust that makes this thing just kind of liven up a little bit. And then 3, the wheels and tires, which I'm going to be doing here in the next coming videos. And then 4, I want to lower this thing, and then that is going to probably be the end. I might put a wing on it just to make it look better, and then obviously LEDs, but that's not really a modification that I really consider. But those are the 4 main things I want to do to this car before I wouldn't say call it quits, but just I'm happy with how it is and can put my focuses on other things like the SC build, because I know you guys all want that really badly and I want that too, so we're going to be pushing towards that. Also, I might be getting another double din for this car, because this double din is completely crap. Just for you guys, for a tip, I guess, Kenwood's, these 2 head unit companies have had the same thing for years, unfortunately. And I'm probably going to be putting a better but cheaper head unit into this car, because this is a budget build, but it's also my daily. So I want to be able to, you know, have some good music, not have it, you know, blasting or it's rattling the car. I like to, like, no sub, none of that. I just want to make sure that it's nice and crisp. But the head unit in this car has to go through a transmitter, which I don't like because it gets in the way of my shifts. So we're going to be getting a head unit. That way I don't need to have a transmitter. I can just have like a regular car charger so I can charge my phone. But yeah, the head unit in this thing is crap. I'm just making do because that's just the way it is. So I am learning a lot with this chassis and this car. So come to find out, I tried to put the wheels that I want to put on this car onto the car, and realized very quickly that the XRS with the 2ZZ has a bolt pattern of 5 by, I believe it's 100. And the wheels I have that I was gonna fit on this was 5 by 114.3. So unfortunately the wheels do not fit. However, that is not going to stop me. I am still going to mount the tires on the wheels, and then I am going to go ahead and order some adapters that go 5 by 100 to 5 by 114.3 and figure out how to get it all nice and flush looking, obviously, because I don't want the car to look bad. And honestly, I'm kind of excited to run spacers just for the fact that it's going to give the car a little poke, and I want to have that because, as you can see from the body line, it does come very aggressively, even though it's bubbly, but it comes out very aggressively to the outside. So with the spacer, the wheel should poke out a little bit. I might have to roll the front and rear fender and quarter panel, but I was going to do that anyway, so no big deal on that. But this is going to be not a wide Matrix, but it's going to be wider because we're going to be doing all of the extra things to make the wheels fit. And I really am excited for these wheels because they're going to change the whole look of the car. It's still going to be OEM, like it's still going to look the same, it's just going to be a little bit nicer. The center caps for the old wheels don't fit the new wheels, I already checked, so kind of a bummer on that, but no worries, all good, we're going to figure that out. All right, we are back, and my voice is really going today. Unfortunately, I've been sick for the past couple of days, and I have been getting no sleep and working a lot of hours, so my energy levels are unfortunately very low. But again, if I don't, you know, get this content out for you guys, then you guys just won't see the progress. Basically, putting the heater hose on, that unfortunately did not fix the problem, but I did verify what the problem is. So now we're going to be able to finally fix the issues with the Matrix overheating problem. So this has been going on for most of this month, and unfortunately it's been one of those frustrating things that no matter what I do, it keeps overheating. So I did go ahead and get the right heater hose that is leaking, so we're gonna go ahead and just get this taken care of, and fingers crossed that it works, because the last thing I want to do is put any more money into this coolant problem, because I've been having to religiously fill up the radiator with water because I don't want to waste any coolant, and I have a lot of coolant left in my concentrated jug that I have. So I want to go ahead and just, you know, be done with that coolant. I want to, you know, not get rid of it, but I want to use it. More importantly, I want this problem to be solved, because it's just one of those things where I have to come out to my car every single time I try to drive the car, and I have to fill it up with water, because if not, there's a high chance that the car is going to overheat. It's not detrimental. Thankfully, where the leak is, it's high enough where not all of the coolant is falling out. Like, for example, if it was a little radiator hose, that'd be more of a problem. Also, I have a huge headache right now, I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I've been sick, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put y'all down. We're gonna go ahead and replace this coolant hose. Quick question for you guys, and go down in the comments below and let me know, do you guys have a bunch of old shirts that you work on cars with? Because for me, I have a hard time trying to figure out what clothes I want to wear, because obviously I want to wear clothes that represents the brands that I work with and have the pleasure of being able to have as channel supporters, sponsors, whatever it may be. But I don't want to wear their shirts because their shirts are really nice and I don't want to get them dirty. So comment down below if you guys have old shirts that you guys work on. I've had a lot of you guys subscribe in the last few weeks, and I'm really excited. I want to keep growing this channel and keep bringing you guys good content and just keep growing with you guys. That's the plan. So anyways, let's get to it. I'm gonna stop talking. Peace. Let's get to work. got the old Hero hose out, and from what I'm gathering, since it goes, this is the orientation it goes in, I think it was leaking from right down here where the hose kind of got a little brittle. We're gonna go ahead and replace that with the new one. The one thing I can't stand is when I go ahead and get parts, the description might be the same as far as heater hose or upper radiator hose or the actual like name of the part, but sometimes when you go to match up with the part that's actually in the car, it might not be the same. So what I'd highly recommend, just from personal experience, is if you go to like AutoZone, O'Reilly's, or any of the parts stores where you go in person, and you have the car, it's kind of hard when you don't have the car, that's why you want to take a lot of pictures. I might even just do a whole parts video, because I feel like that would help a lot of people. Just from my experience, it's one of those things where it's like you don't want to go to the store and get the wrong part, and most of the time you blame the parts people. But really, it's not even the parts people, because the parts people don't have an experience like mechanics do, like where they're actually hands-on. So do your due diligence and bring the part with you, or take pictures of the part, so that when you're in the store, you can compare both parts, the old part to the new part, and just match up that everything lines up the same. Especially since aftermarket parts, sometimes like third-party parts, not OEM, sometimes manufacture parts differently or bigger, because the dimensions might be a little bit different. But if you can compare all of the like little, you know, holders or like size of each hose, like just as you saw right there, where one size of the hose is bigger than the other, so you don't want to install it incorrectly too. There's a lot of little things that go into getting the parts wrong or getting the parts right, and I'm here to show you guys how to get it right the first time, so that you don't have to spend time, money. Rather you just get it right the first time and not have to worry about doing it over and over again. So this thing's gonna be a certified ripper as soon as all these little maintenance things are done. So really happy. So let's get it, let's stop talking story, and let's get finished with this job. Chew. Okay, and also I did figure out that clamp that's on the heater hose on the heater core side will not fit over there. And the best way you can kind of see the difference is from right here. Both of these look very similar. We got everything back together, top the system off, and hopefully everything stays sealed. Pray for it, boys. Let's get it. All right, so finally got everything put back together. We have all of the heater hoses back. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up with coolant, and future me will let you know if we have any leaks. So now that everything's put back together, I went into a heat cycle so that one, it can get up to operating temperature. I can make sure there's no leaks from the area that I worked on. And also I didn't realize it, which now is, to me, I guess should be kind of common sense, but I guess it wasn't common sense to me. But when you do anything coolant related, when you go to put coolant in and get it up to operating temperature, the heat actually, but it seals the hose around whatever nipple it's on. Also, I was filling gas today, and for the first time I got the car, I looked at the gas filler lid, whatever you want to call it, and I saw on it that it said premium unleaded fuel only. And I had been putting unleaded fuel, just, you know, regular 87, not premium. And since putting premium in today, this thing does not shake anymore. It runs very smoothly. So yeah, that was I messed up on that. I never put premium gas into cars, but I guess this one needs it. So yeah, I guess, you know, it's worth it. It's worth it. That's what I'm gonna say. It's worth it. So yeah, I'm excited because now the car drives really nicely since putting the fuel in. Hopefully with this heater hose, I don't have any more issues. And if I do, I'm gonna just replace all the other hoses I need to replace. But let's go ahead and check out real quick what the, oh, it's already up to temp. That was really quick. Cool. So it's up to temp already. as you can see. And we're gonna go ahead and actually let's put the AC on real quick so it has more of a load on it. Okay guys, I just got done editing this video and completely forgot to make an outro. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Very much appreciate it. I know it was a longer video because I had 3 videos worth of clips, but I decided that all of them was coolant related, so I might as well just put them all in one. So I don't know how the algorithm is going to like this video, because typically videos that are a little bit longer just don't do very well on YouTube. But you guys can help that by smashing the thumbs up button, sharing this video with all of your friends, and commenting down below how you've been enjoying the videos so far on the channel, because I love hearing your feedback and I love responding to you guys. So my voice still is gone and I don't know when it's gonna come back, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pass out because yeah, I am tired as heck. So thank you guys so much for watching, appreciate it again, and I will see you guys in the next video. And always remember, never forget, always stay positive and stay true to who you are. Till next video, guys. Take care. Okay, then. Shoots.